Real Estate Matchmaker Review. See a real and efficient automated real estate software that can change your life. If you're watching this video on YouTube, all the links in it are totally clickable. If you're watching on another video platform, just go to the web address in the description below this video to get more information. Want to finally start making money in real estate? Kind of short on cash and have no real estate experience? No problem. Real Estate Matchmaker is an automated software program that doesn't require a website, experience, or money. It's an amazing system that automates everything. To succeed in real estate, you need a steady supply of dirt cheap houses and a good supply of buyers for those houses. So, how do you get these buyers and sellers? Real Estate Matchmaker software does it all for you on autopilot. It even manages all your communications with these buyers and sellers. But rather than me trying to explain the ins and outs of Real Estate Matchmaker software, spend a few minutes listening to Preston Ely, the creator of the software, explain it to you himself. Watch the rest of this video now.
In the next few minutes, you are going to discover an automated house flipping software system that quite literally has the power to replace your income if you have a job and hate it, supplement your income if you have a job and love it, give you income if you don't have a job at all, secure your financial future in the face of the worst economic conditions since the Great Depression. In essence, it can turn that frown upside down. This previously top secret software contains the addresses of millions of dirt cheap distressed houses across America, contact info for both the sellers who want to get rid of these houses and the buyers who want to buy them, and most importantly, an automated patented process where you make money playing matchmaker without ever spending a dime of your own money. $2,000, $5,000, even $10,000 checks regularly arriving in your mailbox for making these matches is not uncommon, and you don't even have to talk to anyone. The software talks for you with pre-written messages and scripts via email, fax, mobile, and Skype, and you'll see all this in just 1 minute. If you are unemployed, if you are broke, if you are in between careers, if you are not enjoying your life, if you are struggling to make ends meet, if you are living week to week, if you are having marital problems or stress because of money, if you're hating your job, if you're unable to retire, again, because you're broke, or you just plain old don't know how to make money, then you are in the right place right now. And I'm going to prove that to you very shortly. You stumbled upon a video that is quite literally about to change your life. Keep watching though, because I have to take this video down soon, possibly tonight even. I'll explain why in a minute. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Preston Ely, and I'm a recovering corporate rat. It's like being an alcoholic, but worse. For 10 years, I spun my wheels in the corporate hamster wheel, only to find myself laid off, broke, and bankrupt. I was at the mercy of the quote-unquote system, and frankly, it chewed me up and spit me out like bad bubble gum. My 401k, almost worthless. Pension? Yeah, right. Social Security? You and I both know where that story ends. I was broke, busted, and disgusted, as they say. I had a stack of bills as tall as the Goldman Sachs building, a mortgage the size of our national debt, and no way to pay for any of it. But I also had my defining moment. You ever have one of those enough is enough moments where determination kicks in like never before, something just kind of clicks in your head and things change for good and forever? Yeah, me neither. Until that day. Within a mere 4 months, I had a check in my hand for $50,000, and I continued on to make over $300,000 that same year. I have not looked back since. And keep in mind, I was raised lower middle class. I never went to college. I barely escaped high school even. I had no money. I had bad credit, and even worse, self-esteem, to be quite honest. I simply had my defining moment. I started down my path to financial freedom. I got there at lightning speed, and I've been playing the Pied Piper ever since, going back from whence I came and leading the rats in the rat race out of their cages and into the promised land, the land of the financially free. And in case you didn't know it, being financially independent is awesome. My friends and I work whenever we feel like it. We go wherever we want for as long as we want. We buy what we want. We give what we want. In a word, we are free. No one tells us when to wake up in the morning. No one makes us drive to work every day during rush hour. No one tells us when we're allowed to take a vacation. No one gives us a dress code. I'm wearing a Speedo and a snorkel right now in case you're curious. I think you get the picture. So how did I do it? How did I help all my friends and family do it? How have I helped literally thousands of others do it? And most importantly, how am I about to help you do it? Well, to keep this short and sweet, because I know you're busy spinning your wheel, I did it by becoming a real estate matchmaker. It's like hooking your friend up with a blind date that he ends up marrying, except it's a house, not a human, and you get paid for it. Okay, it's a horrible analogy. Allow me to explain. You're going to love this. A friend of mine who'd been doing something with real estate, as he put it, for a few years, I couldn't help but notice that his cars kept getting nicer, his wrist kept getting sparklier, and his hours of operation kept getting shorter. I'd see him at Starbucks in the morning, then I'd come back in the late afternoon, he'd still be there. "Have you been hanging out here all day?" I'd ask. "Yep," he would reply. I knew absolutely nothing about real estate at the time. I always kind of thought it was just over my head and a game that only rich people could afford to play. But one day I just happened to be talking to my friend at Starbucks, of course, when he mentioned a house that he had for sale for the whopping sum total of $19,000. $19,000, I asked? "How much is it worth fixed up?" "Around $80,000, he responded. "It needs a total renovation, though." That's when the light bulb finally went on. I asked him, "If I bring you someone who's willing to pay, say, $23,000 for that house, will you pay me $4,000? "Of course," he replied. So I called 4 people in my city who I knew were landlords and real estate investors. These people are everywhere right now. And I told them about the house. One of them was thrilled and agreed to pay $23,000 for it that very day, sight unseen. He could not believe the deal that he was getting. Within days, my friend thanked me and handed me a check for $4,000. I hadn't spent a dime to earn it, and it took me about a total of 3 hours. Wow, that was too easy, I thought. Before long, I quit my job and I went on to play Real Estate Matchmaker a couple hundred more times, earning my matchmaking fee of $1,000 to $10,000 each time. Do the math. Now here I am a few years later. I'm rich. I'm about to show you how to do the exact same thing. But first, let me stop and ask you, if you did just one matchmaking deal a month, collecting between $1,000 to $10,000 each time, what would you do with all that extra money? Would you get caught up in your bills and breathe a sigh of relief? Would you get your house out of foreclosure? Would you trade in your junker and buy a new car? Would you quit your job? Would you have your spouse stop nagging you about money? Would you invest it for the future of your family? The fact of the matter is, you can do way more than just one deal a month if you put your mind to it. So you ready? Yes or yes? Yes, you are. Okay, so as easy as this matchmaking process sounds, I've made it even easier for you. I've created a patented web-based software system that quite literally does all the matchmaking for you. I spent over $1 million developing it and continue to spend tens of thousands of dollars a month to maintain, support, and continually upgrade it. I call it FreedomSoft. Inside it is a constantly updated nationwide database containing motivated sellers of dirt cheap houses, cash-rich buyers who want these dirt cheap houses, and the simplest automated process of pairing these people up and profiting from it that you could possibly imagine. There's quite simply nothing in the world like it. Check it out. You're going to get your own login to FreedomSoft, and the first thing you're going to do when you log in is pull up the list of deeply discounted homes for sale in your local area. Now, it doesn't have to be your local area, but that's where I would start if I were you. In most counties, you're going to find hundreds, if not thousands, of houses available for you to match right now. Then just pick a house, and it doesn't really matter what the house looks like, but you can see what it looks like instantly if you want. I'll teach you exactly what to look for in these houses to make the most money, because not all the houses are the same. Some will earn you $1,000 matchmaking fees, some will earn you $10,000 matchmaking fees, and I'll teach you how to know the difference. It's really simple. Okay, then once you have your house, you just need to match it up with a buyer. So you'll pull up the list of people who are looking to buy right now in the same area that that house is in. In my local area, you'll see there are literally hundreds of buyers buying right now. And the map will show you the areas they're buying in and the types of houses that they're buying. You may need to contact 3 or 4 of them before you find the perfect match, but you will find it. The software will tell you how much money you're making on each match, and it actually handles all the communication and the paperwork for you by Skype and email. You literally never even have to pick up the phone if you don't want to. So once you have your match, the software keeps you updated daily until the transaction closes and your check arrives in the mail. It's usually about 30 days. There's a bunch of other cool little apps and gadgets inside the software to help you track everything and make the most out of each match, but that's literally the whole system and process in a nutshell. Now, as I said, it did not take long before I quit my job and made real estate matchmaking my full-time business. And I originally created FreedomSoft for my own personal use, basically to simplify, automate, and track the entire matchmaking process. It was my own top secret, unfair advantage in my local market of Tampa, Florida. But then somehow the cat got out of the bag. Stupid cat. My friends started asking for it. My family started asking for it. The students I was mentoring started asking for it. People I didn't even know were asking me for it. And I told them all the same thing. No way. I didn't want to give up my massive unfair advantage. But then one day my mentor sat me down. He said, you know what, Preston, there are millions of these matchmaking type deals out there right now. I don't really think it would hurt your business one little bit by sharing this with a few people. In fact, he said, you'd be helping out the middle class who are desperately hurting. You'd help improve the economy, and heck, you could make yourself a little bit of money on the side as well. So I thought about it. I meditated on it. I prayed about it. I lit a fire and did a tribal dance around it. And on January 21st, 2010, I put 3,000 FreedomSoft licenses on the market for $3,000 each. And they sold out in a matter of days. The response was far bigger than I had even anticipated. I really could hardly believe it. Within a few days, I had literally thousands of people all over the world using my little unfair advantage to their unfair advantage and profiting like crazy from it. Don't just take my word for it. Listen to them. Blake Templeton in Lubbock, Texas. In 2 weeks, $3,500 cash in his hand. Chad Pierce in Columbus, Ohio. The best software program I have ever seen. Absolutely amazing. Facebook testimonials coming in constantly. FreedomSoft rocks. Everything you need to make a lot of money. Google it. You'll see him everywhere. 14 days, this dude made $4,100. Drew McCready in Atlanta, Florida. There's a copy of his check right there. $4,181. Derek Dickey in Columbus, Ohio. FreedomSoft works. I'm not a genius. It just netted me over $9,000. Eric Stark. This 100% revolutionized my life. Awesome, great, tons of resources, stuff like this on Facebook, social media, everywhere. It's viral. Sam Bell, even more than what was promised. FreedomSoft delivered even more than what was promised. Wait till you see this thing. Brian Haskins in St. Louis, Missouri. This is the best program I have ever seen or used. And there's 1,000 more that I have that I could show you just like these. Now remember, each of these people paid $3,000 up front and a $197 monthly licensing fee for the software. So they're all going to hate me for what I'm about to do. You see, the economy has slowly gotten worse and worse since I first made FreedomSoft available to the public. People are hurting right now. Real unemployment is literally over 25%. There are 5 job seekers for every 1 job available right now. The middle class is slowly disappearing. And I hate to break this to you, but it's about to get even worse. Now, I know this because I read the Wall Street Journal every day. I talk to people on Main Street constantly just to see how they're doing. I survey my now over 200,000 newsletter subscribers, and I've read about 50 books on the current and future state of affairs for America and the world at large. And I can tell you this. Anyone in the lower or middle classes who does not start taking real steps right now to secure their financial future is in dire trouble over the next few years. And I'm not going to let you be one of them. So here's what I've decided to do. You're going to get started with FreedomSoft right now, and you are not going to pay the $3,000 that everyone else paid. No, I'm about to make this a much more affordable and effortless move for you. You'll be up and running with the software in the next 3 minutes, but on top of that, I'm also going to give you a 7-step quick start guide that will answer 95% of your questions immediately and give you total confidence to make this matchmaking thing happen. It breaks the whole process down into a simple cookie cutter process. Just do this, do this, do this, get paid. It is as simple as that. I'm going to give you your own login to your members only community forum where you can network with and get help from thousands of other license holders just like you. You're almost guaranteed to meet at least a few members in your local area who are sitting in your shoes just a few weeks ago and who have already experienced life-changing success. I'm giving you 2 tickets to our next live 3-day party/training event in your area. I recently threw one of these events in San Diego for 1,100 license holders to teach them some advanced matchmaking skills and just celebrate their newfound freedom. I'm telling you right now, if you want to be rich, you got to hang out with rich people. This is your chance. I'm going to also throw in unlimited license extension packages for free, which basically lets you create logins for friends and family, anyone you want to share this matchmaking software with. I'm also giving you my private phone number for live monthly telementoring with me. These group calls give you a chance to get all your questions answered and help you crush through every barrier you may run into. This is basically your safety net for total peace of mind. I'm also giving you free software upgrades for life. As I mentioned, I spend tens of thousands of dollars monthly to keep the software live and up to date with what's happening in every local real estate market in America. You will never pay a dime for any updates or upgrades to the system. Sound good? Yes, it does. Okay, let's just recap here. You're getting the patented FreedomSoft real estate matchmaking software with an obvious value of $3,000, my 7-step quick start guide with a value of $199, the members-only community forum access with a value of $199. These are all conservative numbers. 2 tickets to our next live event that people have literally paid over $1,000 each to get. Unlimited license extension pack, $370 value. The private monthly call and mentoring with me, a $500 value to say the least. Free software upgrades for life, normally $199 with any other type of software company. That's at least $5,467 worth of stuff. And I promise you wouldn't be paying the $3,000 that everyone else paid, even though you would agree that it was and is still a very fair price and totally worth it. In fact, today though, I'm not even going to ask you to pay $2,000. You're not even going to pay $1,000. Not $700, not $500, not $200, not even $100. I want you to put FreedomSoft to work for you right now. Start making your own matches and start making money immediately. And all I'm asking for is a measly $37 activation fee. That is it. Just leave me in your will and we'll call it even. Now, you will be required to pay a monthly licensing fee, but do not worry. It's not going to be anywhere near the $197 that everyone else was and is paying. And your matchmaking profits will cover it 100-fold. So for the $37 that you currently have in your penny jar or wallet, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get started right now and create a whole new world for yourself. A world where you are the boss. A world where people work for you, not you for them. A world where money, or lack thereof, is not the first thing you think about when you wake up and the last thing you think about when you go to bed. A world free from dread and anxiety and pain and suffering. A world rather with joy and peace and security and prosperity. A world as it was meant to be lived. Free. No more debt, no more stress, no more slaving away in a cubicle, no more limits, no more anything you don't want any more of. Just pure, utter freedom. It feels good. Trust me. Now, I have a few more things to tell you and even more proof to show you, but I have a sneaky suspicion that you're possibly just saying, shut up and just give me the license, Preston. So if that's the case, here you go. Just click the Add to Cart button that just magically popped up below this video. You'll have instant access and step-by-step instructions to take you all the way from match to make money. Now, you may be one of the few people who's sitting there doubting and not totally convinced. If so, let me just put your mind at ease. Yes, this especially works in this horrible economy. Houses have never been cheaper. Rents have never been higher, and landlords, aka your buyers, have never wanted houses more. This is one of the most recession-proof income streams that I could possibly think of. I mean, if you just think about it here, the commodity that you're quote-unquote brokering is low-income rental housing. When the heck is demand for that ever going to go away? There's only one way it could possibly go. Up. Yes, you can do this without any sort of real estate license, specialized training, or years in school. You can literally get started as a real estate matchmaker before you go to sleep tonight. Yes, you can do this without any money or credit. I was broke and bankrupt when I started, and so were a lot of my students, frankly. Yes, you're going to have to put some work into this, okay? It's not some stupid get-rich, quick and easy thing. Nothing worth its salt in this world is completely effortless, but, you know, on the difficulty of making money scale, this system does score more on the easy side, okay? That's not a cheesy sales pitch. That's just a fact. Yes, you can do this in your spare time, but you know, the more time you have, the more money you're going to make. It's up to you. Winners make time for what they want. Yes, you can do this without manual labor of any sort. I usually don't even see the houses that I'm matching up, let alone fix them. I'm allergic to hammers. And yes, you can do this from your home. I personally do it from Starbucks, but hey, to each their own. And yes, I guarantee your success 100%. Try the FreedomSoft matchmaking software for 30 days. And if it doesn't end up working out for you for any reason whatsoever, there is a button inside the software that you can click for an instant refund of your money. No questions asked. Simple as that. So at this point, the ball is in your court and the right move is apparent. You have nothing to lose and your freedom to gain. If you're definitely ready to get going, which I can't imagine why you wouldn't be, just click the Add to Cart button below and you'll have instant access to your new virtual business. The time to get started is right now. I'm only going to be distributing licenses as long as I feel there are enough matchmaking opportunities in each major local market in the U.S. As soon as we reach that saturation point, which could be as early as tonight, who knows? This video and this opportunity comes offline forever. Do not get left out in the cold. You owe it to yourself, your family, and frankly, the American people to make the most of this opportunity. Be a person of action. Get this system, put it to work, and watch in amazement as the life of your dreams unfolds before your very eyes, just like it's done for me and thousands of others. Just click the big Add to Cart button down below and join us instantly. Do it right now. I promise you, you will be glad you did.
Click the link below the hour right now and get instant access to Real Estate Matchmaker. Go ahead, click the link. You'll be really glad you did. If you'd rather, you can go to www.homesolutionexperts.com/RMM, all in caps. Hey, what are you doing still here? Go ahead, click the link, go to Real Estate Matchmaker, and start your real estate career today.